The trip of a lifetime turned tragic. In 2007, a tour bus crashed in Bosnia with more than 24 people from our area on board. Mike Jacobs was the only reporter to travel to Bosnia. Katie Crowther has more as we look at the story behind the story.
Carol, after talking with Mike about his experience in Bosnia, it's clear that the person at the center of his story there became a lifelong source of inspiration.
I knew immediately this is a guy that is an inspiration. This is a guy I would like to be like if something like this ever happened to me.
That guy is Andy Meyer of Heartland.
I'm walking, yes indeed, and I'm talking.
Whose faith never faltered, even when doctors did not expect him to live.
I couldn't be more thankful, first of all, that God allowed me to live. That he's allowed me to think and laugh and pray.
Andy was critically injured when the tour bus he was in crashed in the mountains of Bosnia in 2007. He suffered a head injury, his spinal cord was sheared, and his back and ribs broken. Others on board were also hurt, but not as seriously as Andy.
I went into the news director and said, we should think about going. And he was like, to Sarajevo?
With some convincing, Mike was on the next plane out.
We did not know whether we would even be able to find this group or how we would be received once we arrived, because they were all dealing with their own level of personal tragedy.
The group from southeast Wisconsin was on a religious pilgrimage to a holy shrine when the crash occurred. Mike found the hotel they were staying at in Sarajevo.
And they were so glad to see us. It was like somebody cares.
As Andy was fighting for life in the hospital there, his wife and 3 young children talked about the bus crash.
I wanted to help, but I really couldn't. That was the worst part.
Mike stayed in touch as Andy progressed and followed his recovery every step of the way.
There will always be a place in my heart for the Meyer family.
You look at this site, and it truly is a miracle that everyone survived. In the mountains outside Sarajevo, I'm Mike Jacobs, today's TMJ4.
A miracle indeed. Andy's story of recovery really is amazing. And Mike, you believe it all comes down to one thing.
Yeah, Andy has told me over and over again, it is his faith coupled with the power of prayer that saved his life.
Yeah. And you also had to face some challenges with logistics just getting to Sarajevo.
Well, it's not easy to get there from here on short order. You've got the language barriers, the time zone changes, trying to hook up the satellite feeds and just make your way around the country. But honestly, the challenges that we face, nothing compared to the challenges that Andy and Elizabeth have faced over the years. And again, I am so inspired by the two of them. It's just incredible.
Good people.
Yeah,
for
you
sure.
did a wonderful job. Well,